The Cook Islands, a group of 15 small islands in the middle of Polynesia. Tourism is what drives our economy, and our love for the environment, our culture, and our way of life is experienced by over 150,000 tourists every year. We are so blessed to live in this island paradise right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Not only do we have thousands of tourists from all around the world visiting our shores, but our most special guests visit us between June and October every year, and they swim here all the way from Antarctica. Kia ora, I'm Abigail Fa'au, and I'm on a mission to find out more about these visitors that swim to the Cook Islands every winter. Come on, let's ask the experts what they know about the humpback whale, or what we call To'ora. The Cook Islands have been lucky enough to have our very own whale researcher for the last 27 years. Nan Hauser first came to Rarotonga in 1998 to study the Pacific humpback whale and has returned every year since to collect important scientific data for research of our beautiful To'ora. Kia ora, Nan. You've travelled from all over the world for the last 27 years to study whales. You must really love them.
Of course, I do, and I love studying the whales here. When I came to the Cook Islands, I knew that I had to live here because of the place, the people, and the whales. It's been a great, wonderful experience studying a population of humpbacks that has never been looked at before.
Is there a way that we can keep the To'ora safe while they're in our oceans and when they leave?
That's a great question, and yes, there is. And there are a lot of threats to humpback whales. And especially these, the population here and across Oceania is the last of the endangered migratory humpback whales on the planet. If we can copy what everybody has done here for years with a Raui, but move that Raui to offshore during the whale migration, we can help these whales to survive their migration and for their navigation to properly work. It's really important. So yes, we as Cook Islanders here need to all work together and all collect photographs of the tail flukes and protect them and not jump in on them, don't harass them. They've got a lot of threats right now, and so we need to honor and respect them.
What can we as Cook Islanders do to help?
Creating this offshore Raui and the support of the people and the government will really be a huge help. And I think we would probably be the first nation to actually do that. That says a lot, that we care enough about our whales that we would stop creating dangers for them as they migrate through the Cook Islands, especially now that we know that they're such nomads and that they travel so far.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck for your research this season.
Thank you.
Wow, this is very exciting. The first leader we should visit is the Komaiti Nui. He is the president for the House of Ariki, or the leader of our house for traditional chiefs. Aere mai! There are 24 paramount chiefs scattered throughout the 12 inhabited islands of the Cook Islands, and they all hold titles which allow them, amongst other things, to declare Raui within their tribal boundaries. If you didn't know, Raui is our way of protecting the natural environment. Our ancestors practiced the Raui, and we still practice it today. Our Raui is usually put in place because certain food resources have been over-harvested, and so the chief of a village will place a Raui on an area until food stocks are healthy again. In the Western world, you would call it a conservation area, but the difference is Raui is not permanent. Our Raui is dynamic. It can be moved, extended, and made smaller, and even lifted depending on the state of the ecosystem or resource it is set up to protect. And it works very, very well if the people stick to it. Kia ora na Komaiti Nui.
Kia ora na taku tamaine.
I was talking to Nan Hauser, and she told me about the concept of Raui To'ora. What is Raui?
Raui To'ora, they Raui the land, because there are some very important plants that grow on the land. And if we over-harvest it, then we have to put it up in protection, to make sure that they restock. And then from the land to the lagoon. And then we have all our fishes are living in the lagoon. And sometimes we over-harvest it, then we need to protect it, we need to Raui. So that is the meaning of Raui. Raui is to protect. And then harvest, that's to restock whatever is the available resources that are very important to our lovely, our life. And now we are extending over to the ocean. We don't have Raui in the ocean, in our big ocean. Now we are looking at how we can protect the whales. And we are now working along with our government, asking our Prime Minister, with our ocean at the moment, under the protection of the Marae Moana. We can allow an area there to put a Raui to protect our whales traveling around, coming from one country to another country, coming to the Cook Islands. So this is what we are now starting to get all the data, all the information from them, so we can forward that to our government for permission to allow Raui into our Marae Moana outside of our ocean. So, the mine e peu ako no te ana to tato ai tuku. E te Raui te popinga o tō rātou inu, tō rātou teirot, tō rātou mua. Kia lauka e te aka anau, e te au meka tā te tō ianga, kia popinga. Kia popinga no tātou, no koto, no te uki, no amu. Me kare tātou Raui, e paru i te tātou. Hea rea tā mātou akaruke tu. Nā koto, nā te uki, e te anau ke mu.
I agree. We don't want to be part of a generation that sees the end of any species. Mei take mata ko mai ti nui. Thank you for your time and sharing your valuable wisdom with me.
Yes, I know where my next stop is going to be. Both Nan and the Komaiti Nui mentioned the Marae Moana, the largest multiple-use marine protected area in the world. 2 million square kilometers of ocean, twice as big as France and Spain combined. I definitely have to talk to the Marae Moana ambassador, Kevin Ito.
Kia ora ana, Abby.
Kia ora ana, Kevin. I've been talking to Nan Hauser and the Komaiti Nui about Raui To'ora. How will that affect Marae Moana?
If anything, the Raui To'ora is purpose for Marae Moana. In 2017, when government brought the Marae Moana Act into law, they put massive exclusion zones around each of the 15 islands, which essentially meant that industrial fishing and seabed minerals activity was banned from those areas. And so moving on with the Raui To'ora, that's just another extension of the government or the Cook Islands moving towards 100% of ocean governance, which is a goal that we would like to achieve. And in the meantime, we're going to work with other countries and try to see how we can implement the Raui To'ora regionally.
So how many management zones do you want to create, and how big will they be?
Well, at the moment, the exclusion zone around each island brings around about 16% of ocean governance into play, but with the Raui To'ora coming on board, that could essentially double that 16%. We don't know, but there's probably guys in the office of the Prime Minister that have the numbers and know what they want to achieve. So I'd suggest you go down and visit them, and you might even get to talk to the big boss himself.
Thanks for the interview, Kevin, and good luck with the next phase of Marae Moana.
Thanks, Abby.
Kia ora, Abby. My name is Wayne. I am the Director of the Climate Change Office in the Office of the Prime Minister.
Hi Wayne, Kevin Ito told me that I should talk to someone at the OPN about the Raui To'ora and what it means for the Cook Islanders and for the government.
Well, thanks very much for that question. Yes, the Cook Island government is very keen and supportive of the concept. And what we normally would do is we have a meeting regularly of what we call the Marae Moana Technical Advisory Group. And those is a collection really of officials from the different government agencies that would look at a concept such as this one, and we would assess what it does and how the impact would be on our oceans. And we've already had a lot of support already. And so that tag, the Technical Advisory Group, will be the ones that will meet and look at the concept.
Wow, that's great. So what recommendations do you think the Marae Moana tag will give to the council?
I think there's a few things. One of them would be that the what we call the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is a very big, lofty term. But what that actually means for us is that we are able to protect at least 30% of our ocean space. Technically, it's called an economic exclusion zone, but what we mean by that is we want to protect a large part of that area. And we would be looking at making sure that the benefit is, because of it's a first of its kind proposal, what we call transboundary or across different zones. And then we would be able to, and we've already had this, a lot of positive views around how it could be funded, and there's a lot of interest for that, for funding. So the government overall is looking at how this would move forwards from a concept idea from a group of people to being a part of the Marae Moana within the government space.
Thank you so much for that, Wayne. It's good to know that there's a whole lot of organizations involved in the decision-making process for such an important project.
Yes, thank you very much.
This is getting very exciting and scary. The boss that Kevin is talking about is none other than our Prime Minister.
Kia ora, Prime Minister.
Kia ora, Abigail.
Thank you for seeing me today. I've learned a lot about the Raui To'ora idea over the last few days. I've also learned a lot more about the Marae Moana, land houses whale research, and traditional Raui. You must be very excited to bring Raui To'ora to life.
We're very excited, actually. I recall back in 2017 when we passed the Marae Moana Act, which established our whole EEZ, nearly 2 million square kilometers, as a marine managed area. And of course, within our Marae Moana, 50 nautical miles around each of our islands was designated a protected area, conservation protected areas. So to now bring this initiative forward on the Raui To'ora, where we look to designate the migration corridor of the To'ora through our waters as a protected area, is really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, I'm going to ask a question that everyone wants to know, Prime Minister. I know that you're also the Minister for the Seabed Minerals Authority. Do you think that seabed mining will negatively impact our To'ora?
I think one of the things for us to understand is really the size of our EEZ, nearly 2 million square kilometers, and the areas that we have within it. I'm very confident that in our exploration phase of our minerals program, we will gain a better understanding of our deep ocean, gain a better understanding of the ecosystems of our ocean, both through the water columns and down to the floor of the ocean. And this will give us the ability then to be able to make informed decisions going into the future. But like I said, we have such a large ocean that we can look to designate areas as protected areas where there's no action that takes place. We said we can designate areas, as we are proposing now for the Raui To'ora, as protected areas, but there's also areas that have been designated for fisheries. So within our EEZ, we have the ability to be able to undertake different activities, and this is done through what we call marine spatial planning.
So you're saying that this research will actually help out To'ora? And by the way, what is marine spatial planning?
Yes, I mean, research and exploration is about gaining knowledge and understanding, and it is through scientific research and exploration that we will be able to better inform ourselves as a country. And I mentioned the marine spatial planning. This is a concept where areas within our ocean are designated for specific activities. I mentioned one area as protected areas, the conservation areas. So that's an area within our ocean that's around each of our islands that's designated as a no-go area for minerals activity or for fisheries. Those are conservation protected areas. The same as what we'd be looking at for the Raui To'ora migration corridor of the To'ora. Because the migration happens during certain months of the year, this is another innovative mechanism that we are looking to promote. It's a protected area that exists for a season during a time when the To'ora comes through our waters. And I'm very excited about this particular concept because it is possible for it then to link to the ocean areas of other countries so that the whole migration corridor through all of our countries in the Pacific can be designated as protected. But the marine spatial planning is what we will be able to do once we gather data and information from mapping, from research such as you mentioned, Nan House's research and other scientific research. It really positions our country, I feel, as one of the leaders in understanding our ocean, not just the deep ocean, but all the way through the water column, so that we become not just the stewards of our ocean, but also the custodians of knowledge and understanding of our ocean.
So we are going to be the first country that uses Raui for our To'ora.
We will be. As far as I know, we're the first country in the world that will be introducing a marine protected area that exists for a specific purpose of protecting the migration corridors of the To'ora through our waters. So it's really exciting. It's a great initiative. It shows the innovation in the thinking that has come out from our people in this particular concept. And I'm really excited about being able to take it out to the rest of the world to explain to them what we're doing in our Cook Islands to help protect this particular subspecies of the oceanic humpback whale, which is still on the endangered list. And that is the species of whale that comes through our waters here. So I'm hopeful that other countries will look at our concept and look to extend that whale, the To'ora corridor, the migration corridor, through their waters as the To'ora come from the south and work their way up north. So it's a very innovative, it's new, and I'm really pleased that we as a country are leading the way.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Brown. That was very informative and gives me hope that our To'ora population can grow and that being great stewards of our God's creation is what we're all striving for.
Thank you very much, Abigail, for having me and for me being able to chat with you and give you an update on how things are progressing. I look forward to the establishment of our Raui To'ora through our waters and look forward to maybe further a chat with you as things progress on this really exciting new initiative.
Wow, we have so much to learn about our Marae Moana and everything in it. And the great thing is, the Cook Islands is leading the charge on ocean research. This last week has really made me appreciate our little paradise even more. To think that our ancient practice of Raui will be implemented alongside the latest research techniques and science, but on a massive scale, it is mind-blowing to me. I think our To'ora stand a very good chance of being around for a very long time, and I can't wait to tell my cousins in Niue, Tonga, and New Zealand that they should be helping us to safeguard the future of our To'ora. We can't achieve this on our own.
I'd like to honor the leaders and people who made this documentary possible. And I pray that the Cook Islands does reach its 100% ocean management goals for the benefit of our people and every creature in the Marae Moana. Kia ora ana e kia manuia. Te atua e te aroa.
Within our Marae Moana, we wish to take another step forward in the creation of the Pacific's first Raui To'ora, a dynamic ocean protection zone for whales. For the first time, we can apply our traditional Raui practice at ocean scale to protect the migratory corridors of the endangered Oceania humpback whale. Spanning over 400,000 square kilometers, this corridor will adapt with the seasons and respond to emerging threats. Its purpose is not only conservation, it is recovery. The Raui To'ora reflects a growing global truth that traditional knowledge and science can work together to shape powerful solutions. With regional cooperation, this could become the foundation of the Pacific's first transboundary whale corridor.